It is pronounced Kyle.
Seguin Mayor Don Kyle.
I before E except after K. That's the. Welcome all to Seguin. I appreciate you sitting here tonight and listening to all these people who have these great questions. And we hope you'll come back and enjoy Seguin under some different circumstances sometime. We love our town here. And it's all about the water, folks. It really is. It's all about the water. And that is just what is so important to us here in Seguin. We have gone through a long period of economic stagnation in this little town. We are just now breaking out of that. We've got such a great future ahead. And it's in part because my forebears in the city and the leaders of this community had the foresight to go out and procure one of the best, most prolific sources of water in the state. And we are sitting with that great asset in our hands right now, waiting for our economic development to blossom. And that is one of the key things that we have, is our ability to have that water. And if there's any danger, any remotest danger to that source of water for our community, it could be horrific to our economy and to the people who live here in the city of Seguin, as well as the surrounding area. I would remind you that the Seguin City Council has drafted a resolution against this aquifer, along with the City of Schertz, in conjunction with our company that we own jointly, called the Schertz Seguin Local Government Corporation, which runs our water operations and brings the water to our two cities, and also to SAWS in San Antonio, I might add. We have worked a bit of a deal with them as well. So I won't keep any longer. I know you've had a long night. But I want to thank you for being here and let you know that this is a very, very important issue to us. And, history hopefully is going to be written favorably on this. And your names will be in those books, gentlemen. So please keep that in mind. And thank you again for being here in Seguin. Thank you.
Thank you. Guadalupe County Judge Larry Jones. Is Judge Jones still here? Tony Franklin. Tony Franklin, followed by Kathy Brady.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tony Franklin, and I'm a field representative for the Texas State Soil and Water Conservation Board. I have the honor and privilege of working with 24 soil and water conservation districts that covers about 27 counties in this great state. Now, before I begin, I just want to let everybody know that the Texas State Soil and Water Conservation Board has not taken an official position on this issue. What I'm going to share with you tonight is a resolution from one of the districts that I work with that they submitted to the Association of Texas Soil and Water Conservation Districts. A little background. The Association of Texas Soil and Water Conservation Districts is a chartered, tax-exempt, nonprofit organization of soil and water conservation districts in Texas. The purpose of the organization is to promote soil and water conservation districts through educational, scientific, charitable, and religious activities. The Association of Texas Soil and Water Conservation Districts attempts to make owners and operators of agricultural land aware of the need to conserve and protect the soil and water resources in Texas and the consequences all citizens face if these valuable resources are allowed to deteriorate. All of the 216 soil and water conservation districts in Texas are members of the Association of Texas Soil and Water Conservation Districts. In 2012, I believe, soil and water conservation districts adopted a resolution that opposed having landfills over and around aquifer recharge zones at their statewide meeting beginning in 2012. The following is the resolution that passed, and that's what I'm going to read to everybody this evening. Placing landfills over aquifer recharge zones. Whereas a clean and abundant supply of fresh water is needed for domestic and agricultural use. And whereas Texans receive their water from underground aquifers. And whereas the recharge zone is the critical area where water flows into the aquifer. And whereas population growth and drought have decreased regional water supplies. And whereas placing a landfill above an aquifer recharge zone is not only negligent and irresponsible, it increases the risk of contamination to major regional sources of water. And whereas current state law only prohibits the location of landfills over the Edwards Aquifer Recharge Zone, and whereas it is the responsibility of soil and water conservation districts to promote and encourage the wise use of natural resources for today and the future, therefore, be it resolved that the Association of Texas Soil and Water Conservation Districts work with the Texas State Legislature, agricultural organizations, and any other interested parties for legislation that prohibits landfills to be placed over any aquifer recharge zone. Submitted by the Comal Guadalupe Soil and Water Conservation District number 306. And again, this resolution passed the association in 2012. And that is all I have for y'all this evening. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. Kathy Brady, followed by Bill Hyman.
This second public meeting on this very important subject, Post Oak Clean Green. My name is Kathy Brady. I live at Kingsbury, about a half mile south of IH-10, one of the main arteries for traffic going to the proposed Post Oak landfill. And I am very much opposed to Post Oak dump. The Darsfield area is a historical site where the field came in 1929. The area moved with activity at that time. There have been hundreds of wells drilled, some abandoned, some plugged, and some still operating. With horizontal drilling, some older wells became active again. Many well sites have been abandoned and no one knows where they might be. With hundreds of holes punched in the ground, contamination from a landfill is very possible. No liner can be guaranteed not to leak. Water is the most important issue in Texas, as it should be. Without potable water, there is no life. The drought, shortage of water, conservation and protection of our water is an issue important to all Texans. How can TCEQ allow this permit to go through and allow risking contamination of our aquifer? No matter how small the risk is still there. Just because every I is dotted and every T is crossed does not mean it should be allowed. Our water sources must be protected, and TCEQ is given that responsibility. Before issuing a permit, does TCEQ require the applicant to document their experience and background in operating a landfill of this size? I know there to be none. So the operator that Post Oak Clean Green will have to hire is an unknown at this point. Parts 1 and 2 of Post Oak Clean Green's application was technically approved by TCEQ after numerous notices of deficiency. Now parts 3 and 4 have been completed and combined with parts 1 and 2 as a whole complete package. So how can it be that TCEQ has now issued 13 notices of deficiency on parts 1 and 2 that were already technically complete? And in addition, 97 notices of deficiency have been issued for parts 3 and 4 for a total of 110 deficiencies. I believe the Sunset Commission needs to review TCEQ and the time and taxpayer dollars used to accomplish their mission of protecting resources. I'm asking all those making this decision to think long and hard before issuing this permit. It is far-reaching and long-term. Thank you.
Thank you. Bill Hyman, followed by